And without further ado, we're going to get in chapters 41, A Man with Many Jobs. So Volke goes into like master of disguise mode with his long overcoat, and he even wets his hair so he can like put his hair down. That way, nobody can see that he's an arcanist. He's looking for the man that's paying out the jobs, and he's trying to find basically a bar where he would be at. And Volke goes in and just, hey, I need a job. And the bartender knows exactly who he's asking for, but unfortunately she said, nah, I haven't seen him. Volke's outside walking around in the smithy district trying to find this guy. He kind of has this thought of, man, I really gotta pity the fool that tries to mug me.
A little self-confidence going.
Yep. Probably thinking like, maybe if I can get my hair up into a mohawk and be like Mr. T.
Be the fool.
So he does keep trying different pubs and bars and all this, and he's getting straight answers at least. So at least he knows he's doing something right.
It's got to be the code. The lost and found code is just too good to turn down.
Are we sure it wasn't imbued with something to give him extra cutting abilities? Why is nobody concerned whatsoever that Volke is just walking around, going all over the place, and nobody knows where he is?
I feel like this is his MO. He really seems to do this a lot. Like, I just win my tourney match. I'll just go bop around for a little bit.
I'm going to go exploring to see what's out here because, I'm such an island bumpkin that, I want to go see the city. Lo and behold, Zaxis comes running down the alley. And he's like, hey, Volke, hey, how's it going, buddy?
I'm not your buddy, pal.
I'm not your pal, man. And so this is kind of like an instant Volke realizes something's not right because this is not Zaxis whatsoever. And he instantly realizes that it's Karna, and she's actually kind of irritated that Volke figured this out so fast.
Volke seems to always figure this out. He quickly got it a couple other times as well. He seems to have just a really good feel for his friends.
Or at least knows their mannerisms well enough. And I can imagine if like there's somebody that Karna knew more personally.
Someone she knew more intimately.
Right. Then she would know their mannerisms and can hide herself in their skin a lot better. So Luthair was kind of suspicious of what was going on, but not suspicious enough to take action against Zaxis, quote unquote.
He just does not feel like he would be a good guard because he a lot of times is like, I've thought of it, but I didn't want to step in. Like he's never quite willing to take the leap.
Right. Like of all people, you think Luthair would be the one that's like, let me be mama hen here and make sure I take care of my baby Volke. But he's just like, nah, screw it. The kid swims, he swims. If he sinks, he sinks. Volke gets touched by Karna. He goes into like doppelganger mode, so like he can't do anything. And then out of nowhere, Fain just stabs Karna in the throat. Like, no big deal. And Volke's like, you know what? Maybe it's a good thing that I have a stalker in Fain because he just saved me.
First time that one's ever been thought as well. I'm just glad I have a stalker.
So, and this is, again, one of those moments that Fain realizes that Karna is Karna before Luthair does. And I'm starting to lose some trust in Luthair here. Like, he's supposed to be his elder, and he's supposed to be the one looking out for Volke. But here Fain is, being the renegade pirate, taking care of Volke better. We do find out that Karna and the crew of the Sun Chaser were hired by the person who was doling out these jobs. Now, the Sun Chaser is an airship that is held up by rock magic. And Fain recognizes the ship from Port Crown, and Karna even recognizes him being a part of Callisto's crew. So Karna thinks that Fain is actually his brother Calro, and fortunately, he's not. And again, there's that, like, I imagine there's that awkward, like, Spider-Man pose of, like, wait a minute, I know you and you.
Everyone having a little standoff against each other.
Right, well, like, I'm not truly the bad person here. You're the bad person because this is where I saw you at. So then even Luthair recognizes the Sun Chaser and identifies them as basically mercenaries. People that are paid to do a job. They don't care what the job is. As long as they're getting money at the end of it, they good. And the crew is made up of arcanists that have either been kicked out of guilds or have been rejected from other guilds previously. So I feel like this is kind of that band of misfit toys from the claymation animation, Christmas movies. Karna does agree to tell Volke the name of the person who hired the crew, as long as Volke leaves the Frith Guild and joins the Sun Chaser.
First, he's recruited by the Steelthorn Inquisitors. Now he's getting recruited by the Sun Chaser. He's got everyone chasing after him.
Beating off girls with sticks. He's got guilds he's got to beat off now. Like, can't catch a break. He's famous. And with that, we'd like to thank you everyone for listening today. We do want to remind you that we do post new episodes every Wednesday morning around 11 Eastern, 10 Central, and 8 Pacific Standard. We are on all podcasting platforms and are also on YouTube as well for video. And we do want to thank our editor, Dan Mackison, for including pictures and links for everything. And if you wanted to reach out to us, we are on Gmail at frithguildpod@gmail.com or on Facebook or any other social media at Frith Guild Podcast. We want to also thank Frith Chronicles Wiki as well, as it is a great resource for us to use. And again, link to everything down below in the description section for the podcast and YouTube channel. Thank you. And Scott, do you have anything else to add for this week?
Like, share, subscribe.
All right. We'll talk to you next week.